Hey, what's up everybody? Neal again here with South Florida Magic, round 3 of the Return Ravnica Block Draft. My opponent won the dice roll once again, so I'm going to be on the draw. Here's my opening hand. Uh, See, I'm a little torn here. I have 5 lands, but not a lot of action, so I think I mull just for the sake of knowing that I need to get a hand that has some action in it. I know I can get some pretty good hands, so I'm going to mull. I'm going to go ahead and mull to 6 and see what we get here, alright? Because I do know I can be faster. I do know I can have more action, and not having plays for a few turns and being reliant on my draws is not good. So we mull. This is not much better. We're gonna go ahead and go to 5, and this will have to do. I'm reliant upon drawing green and red, but we really can't go much lower than this. I am on the draw, so I do have 3 draws to get a red and 4 draws to get a green. And there are also other cards I know that I can draw. I can draw my Fencing Ace. I can draw the Court Street Denizen. Of course, I'm gonna draw a 6 drop, which is not what I need here. But hey, this is this is Wizard's Randomizer. There's no reason to keep that first opening hand. I was completely reliant upon what I was drawing here, so I'm in the same situation, but at least I know ahead of time what I'm going to be playing. I mean, it's a toss-up. You can only do so much, and in hindsight, I probably should have molded this hand as well, because there is no guarantee in what I draw. Gruul Cluestone, pretty much the perfect draw here, as long as I get another land. Like, this will fix me up perfectly for all the colors I'm missing. My opponent is not aggressive. He is in Brosov, by the looks of it, red, white, black. So he can get pretty powerful, but it doesn't look like it. He's passing turns, so he must have kept just a high land hand. And dang, this is not looking good. I am missing a land drop, and I'm not going to be able to drop my Cluestone. And all these great cards I have in my hand just not going to be useful. Well, there's only so much we can really do here. He's missing a land drop too. Wow. Oh, there we go. So at least me and my opponent are on the same page. Unfortunately, his hand, he apparently only kept a 3-land hand and is now got a handful of 4 drops. Good for me, bad for him. Either way, there we go. Now he drew a land. Let's see that 4 drop come out. No 4 drop. Okay, I am not sure what this guy is on then. I drew a land. Let's go ahead and drop the Moa, because next turn I'm going to drop the Warmind Infantry, buff the Moa, and then the following turn I'm going to drop the Sky Knight, buff the Moa again, and swinging for a lot. Burn. Yep, that's a card. So, changes a bit of things. Since I don't have the Moa anymore, I'm going to play the Sky Knight Legionnaire. And hopefully if I draw a land, play the Warmind Infantry. But in order to play the Warmind Infantry and Sky Legionnaire, I need a mountain. And that is not a mountain. So, we play the Sky Knight Legionnaire here. And we go ahead and swing it for some hasties. And if he tries to burn again, I have mana open to Common Bond. Not gonna Common Bond just yet. This guy is playing burn, so I'm gonna save it for when he goes to remove something. Assuming that he has like an Annihilating Fire or something like that. He's missing land drops again, so... Oh, he's missing blue! Oh! That's what it is! Wow, that changes things a lot. This is an awesome draw right here. I am at 6 mana, so I get to now drop my Daring Skyjack. and my Warmind Infantry have Battalion online for next turn and be able to play the Gleam of Battle next turn as well. So everything is going to get huge, which is insanely good in the situation that I am right now. I had bad draws, but, well, I can't say I had bad draws, really. So let's go ahead and swing for that Sky Knight Legionnaire, get in for another 2, go 16, bro. Next turn I'm going to swing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Demir Cluestone. So there's his blue. You got your blue, bro. Little too late and not in the way that you needed it. I am truly sorry, but allow me to take over here. All the triggers. All the triggers. So, Mizium Mortar's Overload? Oh, nope. Okay. So, you still have no answer for my Daring Skyjack. Oh, we got a Pursuit of Flight. We do have an answer for my Daring Skyjack, but we don't have an answer for my Sky Knight Legionnaire. Or anything else on the ground. You scoop here, right, bro? Yep. Called it. So he's got Burn. I think we definitely put in the Giant Growth. And what I'm going to take out is the Civic Saber. Civic Saber is good. So move 1 to sideboard, put the Giant Growth in, submit. This way I can have something to assist me with dealing against his burn spells. So overall, what we learned in that situation is that the right call for mulligans is know that you have action in your hand, or if you're reliant upon something, at least leave yourself open. Like with my hand, I kept, I stated I had a couple options. Regardless of land color I drew, there were a couple options I could do if I drew the cards. Uh, he had no options apparently. Apparently he had a hand full of just blue and couldn't do anything. This hand is a keep. This hand is an awesome keep. Oh my god, this hand is sick! Well, well, I'm still gonna keep it just because this hand is really good. But I really hope that I get lands. So far, it is not looking so good. That's okay. This is irony to come back and bite me in the butt for making fun of him for not having his blue. There we go, there's a land. What do we drop here first? We drop the Skyjack first. It's more damage, number 1, and number 2, I'd rather have him kill that because I'm not going to have Battalion on turn for a while. Rather than the Fencing Ace, at least the Fencing Ace, like if I Giant Growth it, that's going to give me an 8 damage. Possibly for a win if he doesn't go to block it. So, we got a Goblin Electromancer, okay. That's fine. What we drop here is we drop here the Court Street Denizen. And we're gonna go ahead and swing for 3, and let's just see if he blocks or not. I don't think he blocks. The Goblin Electromancer is too important to him, for reducing the cost of his spells that he's not going to. See, exactly. So, he's got burn spells, he's got split cards. He needs them to have their cost reduced for him, which is fine. Which just means that I get to now open up the doors with my 3 white creatures I'm having to drop. So Pursuit of Flight seems like the standard play. Go ahead and swing in for 4, buddy. You got it. Not swinging in for 4? That's fine. Because it means I'm just going to be able to, I'll trade depending on what he decides to block. Now here's the tricky question. Drop Fencing Ace and have Giant Growth mana open for the Goblin Electromancer, or drop the Bronzebeak Moa and have mana. Oh, never mind. I'm silly. I'm gonna put. Nope. I don't know what I was thinking. Trigger from Court Street. I tap the Goblin Electromancer. Overthinking things way too much there. And then next turn I get to play 2 white creatures, double buff Bronzebeak Moa. I'll have Battalion online, and I'll be able to tap 2 creatures. So unless he starts burning stuff, I win next turn, because Bronzebeak is going to go to 8. That's going to be 3-11. That's going to be 13 next turn I swing in for. Possibly more, depending on whether or not I draw another green source for the Giant Growth. But overall, I believe I have this game pretty well down on lock. Again, I have plenty of action, and I want to mention one thing here that I had mentioned during the draft section of my video. I mentioned about the V2 Gaza Guildmage, and how that's not a card that you just drop on turn 2. You want your opponent to waste removal spells on the other guys, because in the late game, when you have mana just sitting around with nothing to do, going and playing the V2 Gaza Guildmage and then just sinking mana into it, any one of the guild mages, it works like that. I think the only guild mage where you really don't get benefit out of it late game is it guild mage, and that's because it requires you to cast spells. But otherwise, uh, it's just excellent because he's got. It's just excellent because then. And with any of the guild mages, you just start winning the game with the extra mana that you have sink into if it's a stalled board state. And then I believe I just play I play the guild mage and I win the game. He's only got 1 black open, so at the very least, what's going to happen is he's going to probably what is it, ultimate price, and ultimate price the Darien Skyjack. Nope, he's got nothing. And that's it. That was round 3. We ended this tournament as 2-1. Had a very awful first round against an opponent who pretty much just I just had bad draws. I mean, that's really what it was. But you can't help it. That's part of the game. Having bad draws is part of the game. And if you're gonna get upset about bad draws, number 1. Practice different techniques for shuffling your deck to try to not have such bad draws. And if you're playing online, get over it, because you can't control it. I mean, our job as players is to remove as much luck from the game as possible by making our decks synergize together well, and by making sure that we have a nice curve and an idea behind what we want to do with cards. But things I draw, you can't get upset about it. It happens. Just all you gotta do is shuffle your deck very well, and you can deal with it. So, that was it. 2-1 for this draft. Deck that I overall wasn't the happiest with. Didn't commit to colors in a way that I should have, and put me in this very awkward situation with 0 fixing, where I had to rely on playing 4 colors. Not an ideal situation you ever want to be put in, but I had a very nice curve, and I had some very nice bombs, and it ended out coming to my aid in the end, and I was able to take it all home. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.